Here are 10 upcoming rappers of 2021. If your favorite artist isn't on this list, I might have covered him in prior years' videos. So I have a playlist in the description for you to check out the past 6 years of me doing this. Let's start off first talking about Tzo Touchdown. I feel out of all the artists I'm going to be talking about in this video, Tzo Touchdown has the most star potential to blow up right now. His sound and his appearance in his music videos are very unique and full of life and excitement that you just don't really see in artists today. His music is very rap, alternative, pop based. It's a fusion of a whole lot of genres, and I think that this is the future. I randomly and luckily enough found out about Tzo Touchdown's music in 2019 when I'd made a video DMing 100 people on Instagram, and towards the end of that video, one of the few people to respond is actually in a friend group with Tzo Touchdown. So Texas is a big place, but apparently is not that big, and they show their absolute love and support for him almost every chance they get. So that led me to checking out his music. I have a link to that video in the description as well. It's pretty funny, pretty cringe. Followed by Dawson. He has a very similar sound to Tzo Touchdown, and I feel like these two on a song together would be absolutely amazing for the genre that they're building up. Dawson's music isn't necessarily what people would think of rap. It has rap elements with a more alternative rock sound. I feel to be a genre bending artist is the way to go moving forward to get the most eyes and ears on what you're doing. I've been listening to him for the past couple of years now, and I just feel more people need to see what he's doing. Next artist we're talking about is Trippy Josh. I promised I would make a video about him like a few years ago. I never have, because I always thought to myself I didn't have the right audience for that, and I wanted as many people to watch that video as possible. But now with the new music channel, hopefully we could build up a great audience collective and I could finally make that video. But in the meantime, check out his music. I've absolutely fallen in love with everything I've heard from him, and I feel you will too if you enjoy the more melodic side of rap. Hopefully he drops some type of project this upcoming year so he could show you the versatility that he has, because I feel he's gonna have a very big year. Next up, let's talk about Tom the Mailman. One of my viewers DM'd me on Instagram saying to check this man's music out. I eventually got around to doing so, and I was not disappointed. I always get messages from people saying they enjoy the videos and thank you for putting me on to now my new favorite artist. So in this case, it's reversed. So I appreciate you for DMing me, and hopefully now with this video I put even more people on to Tom the Mailman's music. From what I've seen, he has a pretty passionate fan base. Some of my favorite songs are Forsaken and Faceless. He apparently has an album dropping later on this year in April, and his single Last Night sounds very rock inspired, so I'm excited to see how that turns out and the continued evolution of his music is going to be like. Next artist I got, Rashad Stark. While the other artists I've mentioned so far have been more genre bending, Stark is definitely the go-to guy for versatility. If you want music, comedy, gaming, he's one of the very few people I've seen that has the ability to do so many different things and actually be good at it. He could basically do it all with the sound fundamentals, and has a personality that draws people towards him to be able to show their love and support for him. I really enjoyed his latest project, Bad Decisions 2, and he has a new one coming out in March. If you're trying to twerk on the wall like you're Spider-Man, you need to listen to this man's music.
You know that boy from the 7. It's 3 in the morning, I needed some water. We stopped at the 7-Eleven. If I overdose, I just want you to know I was happy just being a rebel. Off that Zane, I'ma pop that. Off that perk, I'ma pop that. Dior, brand new drip, I'ma rock that.
Next up, Grizz on 13th. I can't talk about Stark without talking about Grizz, the 93 Bandits themselves. Over the past year, I feel like I've been able to see his thought process and relate to him more than I ever have before. I've always told him to stop deleting his old music, but this is the year of change. I can feel it. It has to be. I'm holding him to it to be able to drop an album this year. Hopefully he gets out of his own head. That's my advice to him, and advice that I need to take myself, because he's a really talented artist and I feel a lot of people would deeply appreciate his music. Once he finds his rhythm and starts dropping consistently, he's gonna take over, and hopefully it's this year.
What's the word? Move smooth like looping the third. Drop that girl off, never geek over a bird. She say she nasty, I'm trying to see like every curve. About that action, she try and do like every verb. These niggas I'm on one, feeling like Nas, I'm Godson. Any bag I give, I break it with day one.
Next artist we're talking about is Jerrell. I feel like I've talked about him almost every chance I get because I absolutely love this man's music. Found out about him originally through a YouTuber by the name of Lewis Mora, and Jerrell's songs are the perfect skate songs. Of course, you don't have to be skating when you listen to this man's music. I don't even remember the last artist I found out about and then just went through his entire discography of music and loved every single song. Jerrell has that star potential, and with the amount of avenues of exposure that he's able to get, it's only a matter of time before everyone knows about him.
Half of these niggas is hoes, half of these niggas for show, half of them fake, half of them paving a way off of riding a dick or a wave. These niggas lame, they end up switching on you and expect you to treat them the same. Stay on my way, need all my niggas to eat, so I'm taking my piece of the plate. Yeah, I got a bag and need many more. Day-to-day at a new resort.
Next up, PM Beta, an artist I've been following for over a year now. I really wanted to put him on last year's video for 2020. But I guess it's a good thing that I was able to hold off on that, because I've been able to see the development within his original singles over that time period. He does a whole lot of remixes and they seem to be doing really well for themselves, but his original content in terms of quality and production have basically skyrocketed in a year. One of my most played songs of 2020 being his single I'm Breaking. And with social media apps like TikTok already catching on to his songs, it's only a matter of time.
I feel like I'm breaking, the world's looking different. I can't get a grip on what's real and what's fiction. My blood's filled with 10,000 volts and I'm glitching.
Next up, AG Club. YouTube recommended. They bless me sometimes with the amount of music videos that show up on my homepage, and AG Club was definitely a nice surprise. They really have a ASAP Mob, ASAP Rocky type sound mixed with Brockhampton. I feel I definitely got to do a more in-depth individual video on AG Club, because I feel I got a lot to say and a lot to praise for their music. But it's a West Coast sound that I feel like a lot of people can get behind. Last artist I'm talking about for this video, Justin Rari. I feel the New York scene of rap has taken off to monumental heights, and obviously we know the Pop Smokes, we know the Fabio Foreigns, but it's the guys under them like Chef G and Sleepy Hollow, who I covered in last year's video, that have made me really intrigued with what's going on in New York. While Chef G and Sleepy Hollow are now getting the credit they deserve, I feel like Justin Rari, another New York based artist, is going to have a Chef G type year for 2021. One of my favorite songs by him is Strong, that I encourage you to go check out. With that being said, those are 10 artists I feel are going to have a big year for 2021. Did you agree? Did you disagree? Let me know in the comment section below, along with leaving any artist you feel is about to have a big year. Be sure to go check out everyone I mentioned in this video. All the links you need will be in the description. Thank you for watching.